What's up YouTube? Seth here. Welcome back to Bachelor MMA. Conor McGregor versus Khabib. This was Khabib's first time really big fight. He's a main card fighter. He has been for the last few years. He fought for the title. He won the belt. But this was the biggest fight of his life against Conor McGregor, the most popular fighter the UFC has ever produced. He's getting the biggest payday of his career. A lot of people think that this was a cake, a walk in the park. This was not a walk in the park. You know, Conor McGregor was a two-way world champion for a reason. He is one of the best lightweights out there. Make no mistake about that. As much as people thought that Khabib would win, even though he was a favorite, he doesn't know for sure. He doesn't know how the fight's gonna go. No one knows how the fight's gonna go. He had all these expectations on his shoulders. His family, his team, his country. There was a lot of pressure and he delivered. And guess what, guys? There's a lot of top fighters out there that just can't perform under the bright lights. He performed, he did everything. He was able to drop Conor McGregor with one shot, the first fighter to do so in the UFC. Tremendous ground and pound. He almost submitted him with the Kimura. He went to the championship rounds, right? It wasn't like a lucky shot, you can't say that. And he finally finished him. You know, he finished the fight in the fourth round. I mean, he exceeded all expectations with his performance. I think more people need to recognize that about Khabib. It wasn't just going out there and fighting. It wasn't just a stylistically advantaged matchup, but all this pressure, all these external factors that can break a man, that can crumble a man. But Khabib did not crumble to the pressure. Not only did he not crumble, he rose to the challenge and he exceeded. Now, let's talk about Conor McGregor, because a lot of people are shitting on Conor McGregor. I'm reading in the comments section. People are calling him a coward, chicken. He was never good. One guy even said that he shouldn't even be in MMA. Fighters are on the rise. As soon as he loses, man, people start talking a lot of shit. Mark my words, if Khabib continues to fight, this is a side note, if he continues to fight, there are some dangerous matchups up there. The Kevin Lees, the Tony Ferguson. If he goes up to welterweight, there's dangerous matchups there. If he continues to fight at a high level, I have no doubt that he will eventually lose. And when he loses, there's going to be a lot of people shitting on Khabib. There's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, you see, he was overrated. So I advise all the fans to not judge Conor's entire career, what he's done in the last 2 years based on one fight. This guy deserves recognition. He came back after 2 years of not having an MMA fight, and he's taken on the best lightweight on the planet right now. A man who has never lost a fight, a man who has never lost a round. He didn't have to take that fight. He had plenty of say in who he wants to fight. He could have fought Diaz. People were willing to pay for that. He could have let Khabib fight the Kevin Lees and the Tony Fergusons, right? Maybe Khabib loses to one of them. He doesn't have to fight him. There are ways to avoid Khabib. But he didn't. He came back, no warm-up, most active Khabib against the least active Conor. He came back and he fought. It was one-sided, he got beat down, but he still fought his ass off. First round, he came forward, immediately put the pressure on Khabib. Most of round one, obviously went to Khabib, 10-9. Round two, he came forward, again, no hesitation. I mean, that was a 10-8 round for Khabib. He hit him with that big shot, knocked him down. Devastating ground and pound. That ground and pound, I think a lesser man would have been KO'd or quit at that. I thought the fight was going to be stopped right then and there. Conor survived that. I give him props. Khabib went for the Kimura, almost tore his damn arm off. I thought, again, he was going to get submitted, but he survived that, and he was able to work up back to his feet. Going into the third round, Conor is down 2 rounds, 1-8 being 10-8, dude. That is demoralizing. Even if he wins the next 3 rounds, it would still be a tie at best. What does he do? Does he shy away? Right? Is he looking down? Is he just trying to back away? No, he immediately comes forward. He pressured him, and most of the fight took place on the feet. He was able to defend about 3 or 4 shots. He landed more significant shots. He was the one controlling the octagon, and a lot of people are not giving Conor McGregor the third round. No, he won the third round, people. For him to be able to come back and win a round after getting mauled like that, you can't say Conor McGregor doesn't belong in there. I think you got to recognize both fighters. Conor has so much more big fight experience under his belt. Both Diaz fights, Chad Mendes, Jose Aldo, Floyd Mayweather fight. Those are all huge fights, world tours, a lot of pressure, and he's carried that pressure, right? He has some experience dealing with that pressure, whereas Khabib has never had that kind of external factor, external pressure, expectations. And for Khabib to go out there and perform the way he did, you have to appreciate him and recognize him for that. And for Conor, for him to be able to get mauled like that and still come forward like he just won the round, right? Conor got mauled in the second round. He came out in that third round like he just won that second round. And people are calling him a quitter because he got, you know, tapped out to a crank. It doesn't matter. You're not in there. You don't know what the hell, you know. I'm sure freaking Khabib's squeeze is like a damn bear squeeze. I'm a big fan of Khabib. I'm a big fan of Conor. They did their thing, man. Don't throw salt. Don't be a hater. Don't call him a chicken and all this other shit that people are talking. Because one day when Khabib, if he continues to fight, he will lose. And when that moment comes, everyone's going to shit on him. So let's not do that.